let's just make sure my audio levels are all fine before we crack on. It's been a while since I've done this, so please bear with me. Come on, up on my own channel so I can see what's going on. Here we go. Just make sure I can hear myself. Yes, there we are. We're all good. Good to go. So here we are again. Season 14 of MRC GTTCC. In the Pro-Am 2, I've made a comeback. I didn't really do much driving last season. I've made a comeback. Come out of semi-imposed, self-imposed retirement to do, for better or worse, to do season 14. And look at this. Get the tissues ready. We have got a field of Aston Martins all to myself a whole season. The one make car is an Aston Martin, and I could not be happier at all. And just to get the tissues going as well. I qualified first. Oh dear. Was I having a bit of a party inside that cockpit, I can tell you. And you can take that any way you want. But yes, there was a big party going on in many shapes and forms. Hello, Idol. Nice to see you, mate. There was much partying going on inside that Aston Martin as I qualified first by 0.3 of a second, I believe. So it's really quite cool. So anyway, I'll take you through the field. There's myself here, Berserker Boy, in first place. Here we are at Kyoto Driving Park. Yamagiwawi, that one, yeah. I'm very good, Idol. I'm glad, hope you are too. Trying to enjoy the lockdown as much as possible. But hey ho, what can you do? Anyway, well, I'll keep away from politics. Keep away from politics. Anyway, here we are with myself, Berserker Boy, in first place, and in second place. Oh, why is it not? Oh, why is it not letting me go? I don't want that. I want to go to second place. There we go. I've forgotten how to do it. There we go. In second place we have Karuni. I'm good. We're doing Pro 2 later. Cool. Yep. Look forward to seeing that, mate. I'm so rusty I've forgotten the controls, how to move through the cameras, so let's see how this goes. So here we have Craney. I've not met Craney before. I don't know if he's new to this season, but he was very, very fast in qualifying. Obviously he's in second. Here's Quinn in third place. I've raced against Quinn a couple of times. It's been a while since I've seen him. There's the other. He's got a very sexy, hunky first name. It's very good name's Pete. The fact that my first name's Pete as well has got nothing to do with it, but he's a very sexy lad, this Pete back here. Do like him a lot, and he's in a sexy car. What more can you want? A Pete and an Aston Martin. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? It's Jambo, aka Awesome Pete, in fourth. That's your nickname now, Awesome Pete. By the way, Jambo, that's what I've decided on. P1, you won't beat my Pilgrim is here in fifth place. Consider what I was talking about and what was going on in my cockpit when I qualified first in an Aston Martin. And then I see that on the back of his car. Oh, excellent, Pilgrim. Pilgrim's in fifth. Holy moly, he's back here in sixth place. Oh, I do like the livery of that. I have to go through the livery. See how we get on with that. It's Connor, my PlayStation. I'm actually in Team PlayStation, believe it or not. I haven't got the livery for it in first place, but here he goes. Connor is in seventh place here with his PS5 on the back. Hammercat. Morning, Mark. Hammercat. He gave me the most. Sorry about this, mate. I really am. He gave me the most hilarious moment I've ever had doing my commentaries. I think it was last season, where he was trying to get into the entrance to a pit. I forget which pit it was, and he just T-boned the pit entrance. It was just brilliant. Funniest thing I've seen. Azeroth. I've raced with Azeroth a long time ago. I think I raced with Azeroth about 3-4 seasons ago. in my first season here in MRC GTC. Nice to see him back on the field with me again in an Aston Martin. Oh, this is just great. Aston Martins everywhere. Oh, there we go. MRC Lego in 10th. Was big field, a 15 field. Here in 10th place. Rocky Rich. Race with Rich a long time ago as well. Evening Idol. Back here in 11th place were Mr. Dre. Oh, Mr. Dre, yes. I've raced with you as well. Unleash the Beast in his Aston. Oh, I love saying I'm going to enjoy this Aston Martin racing. Wimpy. Now, when I first saw you online, mate, I thought you said Wimple, and I couldn't help but think of Baldrick in Blackadder, because he says, I want a Wimple, and I can't help from saying Wimple instead of Wimpy, so I'm going to probably end up saying Wimple every time I see you on the screen. Spidey Team, nice one. I've seen race with Spidey Team a long time ago. Nice, the American, back here. Wooders back here in 15th, and then last but not least is that's a good livery, is Contains Gore back here in 16th place. So without further ado, we shall whiz up to myself at the front and sort of look back as the race starts to see what's going on at the beginning of season 14 in the Aston Martins. Is the lights going to show us? Yes, the lights are coming on now. 3, 2, 1, they're on, and... oh, there's a full start there. Who was that? That's Moley, I think. Moley gets a full start. Was that in the yellow car? Yeah, Moley's dropped all the way back. Oh, disaster for Moley. So quickly flick all the way back up. This looks like Berserker's got away. Yeah, Berserker's got away cleanly. Crony's still back here. I'm going to call you Corona, and I know that's what I'm going to end up calling you. You got beers on your bonnet, and you're called Crony, and I'm thinking of calling you Corona. But it looks like everyone has got through turns 1 and 2. Good planning there from Seamus. I know he did that on purpose. The first race of the season, he wanted to have a nice corner at turn 1, and Quinn's looking up the inside there of Crony. No. Not quite going to make it in the Samsung sponsored Aston. Oh, glorious Aston Martin. It sounds fantastic in my headphones. Following Awesome Pete coming down into the hairpin. Blocks off Connor there. Nice bit of driving. Looks like Pilgrim though. He's gone around the outside. Yeah, Pilgrim's super move. Can't beat his meek in the Red Bull Aston. Got all the way around Connor there. Nice move as the field streams through now. Oh, someone's spinning at the back. Who's that at the back? Someone has had a bit of a turn. What's happened here? So we can go back on. Oh, it's Contains Gore. He's spun it round. You're not going to do much good reversing round there, mate. So let's go back up through the field. 2C. Here we got Berserker Boy in the... I wasn't looking for a decent livery, and I couldn't really find one, and I put that one on, and I realised I looked like the fish from Where's Dory, so I'm going to have to change it. But anyway, Coroni's side by side here with Quinn. Let's go on board with Coroni. Yep, he's just going to jump. He's going for a blocking line there. Oh, it didn't go to Quinn. Quinn's looking very tasty here for second place. Oh, he's got a nice run here on Coroni. Coming up to the second, another hairpin. There's quite a few hairpins. There's 4 in this track. Quinn's trying to go around the outside of Crony. Crony blocks up the inside. And it comes down to this is what I call the worst part of the circuit, the side by side here. This little chicane is the worst part of the circuit. The rest of the circuit flows quite well, but this chicane is just horrid. You want to go faster, but you can't go too fast because then you can do that, as you saw there with Coroni on the inside track. These two boys are really mucking up their own racing lines and holding each other up. But as we come down to the end of lap 1, we have Berserker Boys held on to his lead. Crosses the line. Coroni second, Quinn 3rd, Pete 4th, Pilgrim 5th, Connor 6th. He's got the Dr. Dre behind him. I'm showing my age there with Dr. Dre, aren't I? Trying to go around the outside of turn 1. There's Dre and Leggers in 8th. Azarov stuck around 9th. Hammercat still 10th, the other Dutchman. Rocky Rich is in 11th. Wimple's in 12th. Moley, holy moly's dropped back a little bit now. We got that awful start, didn't he? Yeah. And Wooders has gone agricultural and goes flying. Nice bit of control there in mid-air. Style points for that. 15th Spidey team. Oh, who's got a penalty? Oh, it's Wooders because he went flying. It contains Gore is at the back. So back up front here with Berserker Boy. Try not to flick through the camera angles too much. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Nice and easy. What I want to look for as well is that I know Berserker Boy's been training hard on his braking to make sure he's not slamming the brakes on full, chewing through the tyre weights, especially with an Aston Martin. You can see they only went about halfway up the brake meter. See what it's like for him coming down into the hairpin. Sort of halfway through the track. About 3/4 there. A little bit more than I thought, but Coroni's been harassed here from Quinn. A nice battle here for second place. Oh, it looks like Jambo's having a nice ding-dong with Pilgrim back there as well. These two side by side. Great battle. If we go back here, there's Jambo. Awesome Pete. It's got Pilgrim in the Red Bull doing the Peter Mr. trick. Yes, that was the plan. You remember that as well, do you, Idol? I do remember. That's the whole point of what I was trying to achieve then. Exactly from Peter Mister. Peter Mister showed me, taught us. Well, didn't teach us, but he explained that's what he was doing. Aston Martin. He was doing the full race, no stopping, because he was super duper on the brakes, and it's trying to emulate that on the controller. It's extremely difficult, but it's worth giving it a go because it does help just a little bit. Nice battles coming up here down the main straight. Awesome Pete is side by side with Pilgrim coming into turn 1. This is... Oh, Connor's gone through like a hot knife through butter through turn 1. Nice move there. He's taken Pilgrim completely by surprise as Connor. Go Team PlayStation. Oh, Team PlayStation. This is good. He's now got Jambo in his sights. In the meantime, I'm trying to keep an eye on the guys up front as well. Look, Quinn is still harassing Crony. Crony's gone very wide, a bit too wide, but Crony could have a nice run down into the hairpin, but Quinn blocks him. That's good driving there from Quinn. Nice and clean, but defensive, stopping the attack that would be coming back towards him. So Quinn's got up into second place. Awesome Pete's still hanging on to fourth. He's got Connor been harassing him now, but here comes Pilgrim on the inside of Connor and takes it cleanly. Nice move there from Pilgrim. Good stuff from the Pro M2 boys. Connor now back to 6th place, but Dr. Dre looks like he's slowly catching that group as well. So it's a nice little group of cars, and then there's a bit of a gap between them and Azaraf, which has got up to 8th. He was 9th. The other Dutchman, Hammercat, looks like he's holding up Lega. Let's go on board with Lega. Coming round this long sweeping turn, coming down towards the hairpin. There's Holy Moly's in the background behind him. Are they going to try and outbrake Hammercat into this hairpin? He's thought about it, but bails out. It's good driving. Good stuff from the whole Pro M2 boys. This is nice, clean, and respectful. Is Hammercat going to go defensive into this next hairpin as we go on still here with Lega? Pulls over the side, Lega's looking up the inside, thinks about it, but no, didn't want to dive. But Hammercat's drifted far too wide, he's gone on the grass, gets a little nut, Moly gets a little nudges on Lega, pushes him through, which actually helps, and here's Hammercat now, he's back here. Oh, Hammercat's nearly got it wrong again. Oh, disaster for the Dutchman. So, let's go back up to Berserker Boy now. Let's have a look at his tyre wear. 8 minutes in, just starting lap 4. He is... Try to see if there's... Let's go to the live timings. How far was I ahead? 3 seconds ahead now of Quinn. Kind of like having it all my own way at the moment, I have to say. Just cruising around, just trying to see who's... Fastest lap time's 2:27. 5.4. In qualifying we were doing 2:25s. I know, that's interesting for some. But here we go. Quinn and Crony having a right ding dong. They've been going now for 8 minutes and they're still at it. Oops! Awesome Pete gets a proper tank slapper on there. Gets it wrong, loses 2 spots. Got a tank. Well, he controlled it well, I have to say. He hit the grass, spun the rear end of that beautiful Aston Martin up, and then loses 2 spots forward, which has just allowed Pilgrim to dash in front of Connor there at the second chicane. It's trainer drivers, really, to be honest, are probably just holding each other up and letting Berserker Boy get away from them with all this infield squabbling going on. Oh, Connor's looking up the inside there. Well, that's a brave move around here, but he's managed to make it stick. And as you can see, Dr. Dre has indeed now caught this stream of drivers from 2nd down to 7th. 6 drivers all within shot of one another. Here we are, Quinn is looking up the inside of Crony again. Oh, he might have it if he can get the power on now. They're going to be side by side. Oh, this is going to be ever so close. Watching from Connor's point of view, he's going to watch these boys go up here, but Crony's just got enough to stay side by side and have the inside line at the hairpin. Willie. Oh, Willie. Oh, that's enough about Willies. Here comes Crony managed to make it stick round the hairpin. Oh, I'm pathetic, aren't I? Going through this horrible section, this is horrible driving it at the best of times, let alone in a gaggle of drivers here. Let's have a look at everyone's tyre wear as well. Oh, Quinn gets it wrong. So we'll go through the field now. This is great stuff. Go through the field now on lap 5, 10 minutes in. Let's go on Berserker Boy. His front right's down by about, I'd say, a quarter here. Doing 2:27.4 in first place. Is Berserker. Here's Crony. He's been battling from the word go with Quinn. They haven't managed to separate themselves at all yet. His tyre wear, his front right's in a worse state, a little bit worse state, not much. He's done a 2:28.7. Same sort of story for Quinn, 2:28.2. Connor's got up in front of Pete. Awesome Pete's got back to 5th. But Connor's done a 2:27.8. Pilgrim. Oh no, Pete hasn't got back up to 4th, I meant. Oh, I got it wrong. You know me. I always get things wrong. Oh, there's a bit of a lock up there from Connor. It's just sent Pilgrim wide. It's just allowed Awesome Pete to catch up a little bit. So yeah, Awesome Pete's front right's not looking particularly good. Dr. Dre, just trying to see who's doing. I'm just looking to see who's got the best, who's doing the best with their tyres. Moniz looks like he's doing the worst at the moment. Hammercat there. Oh no, Rocky Rich. Rocky Rich is almost down to half already on his front right. We're only 11 minutes in. Spider Team not too bad. Lega's not too bad. Wooders is not great. Wimple's obviously had a pit stop because he's just a long way back. And Contain scores back there. So here's Berserker Boy out in front. Not doing too bad considering he's on a controller, to be honest, as well. Still out in front. What's his lead now? He's done a 2:27.2. His lead's now up to 5.4 seconds. So all that fighting with Crony and Connor back here has just allowed Berserker Boy to pull away from this group. Let's go on board here with Crony. He's now got the biggest lead he's had over Connor or Quinn. Oh, speaking there, Quinn. What's happened to Quinn? Quinn's back here in 8th. What's happened? Oh, we're going to have to go back. We're going to have to go back. Controlled. Yes, it is controlled. Oh, that's what's gone wrong. Back here. Quinn is going to get the braking wrong. Is going to drift wide. Yep, drift too wide onto the grass on the controller. It is difficult on the controller to control the brakes. Like you can on the wheel and the foot pedal, and it does make a difference. But that's what Peter Mister was showing us to do, how to do it, wasn't he? A couple of seasons ago, where he was on the wheel though. That's the thing. But look at that, one little mistake from Quinn has dropped him all the way back to 8th place. All that hard work he's put for Team Samsung up front has dropped him all the way back. That's how tight things are. It's gone back to 8th place already. So here we go now with Crony. Definitely got a much bigger gap now over Connor. Now he's been freed of the shackles of battling with Quinn. He can knuckle down now and see if he can catch up to Berserker Boy. Berserker was just cruising around at the moment, I have to say. He's not really had any pressure yet of any shape or form. Here comes Connor coming up the hill. Awesome Pete following him. Oh, sorry, Pilgrim and then Awesome Pete. Surprised Awesome Pete hasn't quite caught up to Pilgrim and got past him yet, but it looks like he might have a crack coming into the chicane and then the last corner. Oh, he left that. I think he got that horribly wrong. He nearly went into the back end of Pilgrim then. Into the last corner. He's not going to do it now. He's definitely not going to do it. And he's also now got to worry about Dr. Dre. Oh! Awesome Pete's gone into the pits. Here comes Awesome Pete into the pits. What was his tyre situation like? That's quite early for a pit stop. 12.5 minutes. He's put Racing Super Softs on. Wow. That's a bold move, I have to say. More than he's going to have about, because depending on when the race finishes, he could have about another 17 minutes or so. So it's 15 minutes, yeah, because the race could go on as a laps is like 2.5 minute laps, depending on when the leaders go over the line or indeed when he goes over the line. He might have another 2 minutes to get through on Racing Super Soft tyres, so it's got a good 20 minutes, I think, to get through on Super Soft. We'll come back to that story a bit later. In the meantime, let's sort of wander through the field, see who's doing what, how they're getting on. Berserker Boy now on lap 6. His best time's a 2:27.4. He's out in front of Coroni, who's now been caught a little bit from Connor. There's Connor's right behind him. And Crony, his front right, is really suffering now. Crony's best to lap time's a 2:28. Connor's caught right back up. He's done a 2:27 as well. So Connor's got some decent pace here at Yami. But his front's really suffering as well, as all Astons do, really, to be honest. Pilgrim is here in 4th. Dr. Dre's back here in 5th. Quinn's got back up to 6th. Awesome Pete's holding off Holy Moly is in 7th. And there's Holy Moly in 8th with a horrendous looking front right. Nice livery on that car there from Moly. Azaraf still hanging around 9th. He's pitted though. Gone to Racing Softs now. His Spidey team in 10th. He's got his way out. I think he qualified about 15th, I think it was. Rocky Rich back here. Oh, look at his front right. He's really suffering. He's in 11th place. Hammercat has pitted. He's back here in 12th. Crony's into the pits. Oh, some of the big boys coming into the pits. Let's have a look what's going on. Here's Pilgrim into the pits as well. So some of the front runners are coming in. So Crony's back out in. Oh, this is going to be difficult to see what's going on. Moly's dashed in front. Moly needs a pit stop though, doesn't he? Yep. So he's going to hold up Pilgrim here for a little bit. So Moly's in 5th. Pilgrim's in 6th. Has Berserker Boy pitted yet? I don't think he has. No, Berserker's not pitted yet. So he's now got 6 coming up to 16 minutes, and he's only just coming into the first third of the circuit. So he's probably going to pit this lap, I suspect. Doing 2:27s, 2:29s the last couple of laps. The tyre wear is starting to affect his lap times as well. So there's Connor. Has he pitted? No, he's not pitted. So Berserker and Connor are out in front, but have not pitted. And the first at the pit stoppers is Crony, who's gone on to racing Super Softs as well. So he's trying to do half the race racing Super Softs. If they could do 15 minutes in racing Super Softs, why didn't they start on them? Curious. But there you go. What do I know? Here comes Jambo. Awesome Pete in 4th now. Everything's going to get mixed up with all the pit stops and everything. So while let's go on board with Pilgrim as he's looking at Pete while I have a quick drinks break at the halfway point of the race. There we go, Aldi coffee, the best coffee money can buy. Anyway, so I'm looking at the map at the top right, and there is Berserker Boy out in front, and then Connor in second, but obviously hasn't pitted. But the rest of the field is all still pretty much strung out and can see each other. There's a lot could still happen here. There's Dr. Dre behind as well. So let's go on board with Berserker. Is he coming into the pits? Yeah, here comes Berserker into the pits. The race leader is in. With his tyre boys, efficient work there that even McLaren would be proud of. Mercedes, McLaren, whatever they are these days. I don't really even watch Formula 1. And Berserker's gone on to racing softs, whereas everyone else seems to be going on to racing super softs for the second stint. So there's at least 13, I think there's at least 15 minutes to get through yet. So Berserker's now back out in front. Let's see how much of a lead he's got. 7 seconds. Oh no, it's just gone down to 4.4 seconds over Crony. He's back here in second. He's on racing Super Softs. So should really be a case of is Crony could catch up to Berserker on these racing Super Softs. And how long will these racing Super Softs last? The first person to go in the racing Super Softs was Awesome Pete, and he's still got 12 minutes to go. He's just starting to get a bit of tyre wear on the front right. The front right obviously is the tyre which suffers the most at this circuit as well. But now the field has settled down. Let's go through, see who's the closest. It all sort of strung out a little bit, about half a second gap between everyone. It's Dr. Dre. Quinn's back up to 7th now. Yeah, he's just done his pit stop, so he's gone into racing soft zone. He's got ahead of Azaraf in 8th. Holy moly's pitted, is now racing super softs back here in 9th. Hammercat's in 10th, Spidey Team 11th, Rocky Rich, MRC Lega, Wimple's back here. Oh, he's suffering, there's Wimple. Looks like he's going to have to do a 2-stop, does Wimple. Not sure he's going to last the rest of the race with that tyre already. Oh, nice drifting from Wooders, caught that just at the right time to see on camera. Then Contains Gore is... oh, he's still going. He spun it again though. That's at the fast right. Sorry, fast left. At the yep, he's probably got it on the grass somewhere. He's gone on racing hards though. What's going on there? He's gone on the wrong set of tyres for the car. So let's go back up front. Let's go on board with Berserker Boy and go through a lap with Berserker. See what he's doing. He's got a 4.5 second lead as the race leader. He's got the Bond music playing in the stereo of that Aston Martin. Motivates him. Oh, he's got purple sector time as well. Keeps it nice and tidy around this long left. Drifts it out. So there we go. Full power on now. Coming down to the hairpin. Gets full brakes on there. Drifts it out a little bit wide. Comes back in nice apex. Feeds the power on again. There's Coroni in second place. You can just about see him. 9 minutes to go. At the moment, it looks like this is Berserker's race to lose. At the moment, he's got good tyres. He's got the fastest lap, I think he has. And a 4.5 second lead over the next person. Just watch what happens into this hairpin. Yeah, nice braking into that hairpin. Oh, just a bit too wide though. He doesn't put enough brakes on. Trying to be a bit too clever. Slight mistake there from Berserkers. His Coroni in second place might have been inspired to keep pushing and see that gap to the leader come down. It's all a bit as you are at the moment, so I'm going to flash through the field to see where the nearest battles are, and it looks like from third onwards. So here's Awesome Pete in third place, but right behind him we've got Connor still tussling here with Pilgrim and Dr. Dre. Oh, nice move there from Connor. Pilgrim drifted wide, but the trouble is he's going to have to go around the outside here at this, I think it's called 50R. That turn, is that this hairpin? Side by side of these boys. Coming down the main straight now. Can Connor get a nice slipstream into turn 1 and get a move past Pilgrim? It's right in his tailpipes, in his back seat. He's gone the wrong side though. He's trying to go around the outside because Pilgrim's blocking the inside. He's still trying to force his way around the outside. He might just do it. What a move! Pilgrim's not going to give it up though, so Connor's just about managed to do it. Great move there from Connor. Pilgrim did all he could to block him out and made him go around a long way, and he managed to do it. Oh, that sounds so good, the Aston Martins. And in the meantime, here's Dr. Dre. He's not really focused much on him at the moment, but he's been watching these boys in front squabbling, and I'm pretty sure he's there just to wait for someone to make a little bit of a slip up and he's going to pounce. In the meantime, Quinn, who is quick, is getting back up through the field, trying to catch back up through the field after his one mistake. He's back up into 7th. Then there's a gap between him and Moley here in 8th. A big gap between Moley and Azeroth. Hammercat 10th. Spidey Team 11th. Leggers been caught by Rocky Rich, so Leggers going backwards a little bit, and Rocky Rich got a bit of a battle going on here. Coming down to the first hairpin. No, oh, Legger blocks off Rocky Rich. Nice move there from Legger. So, oh, and then Rocky Rich gets it sideways and onto the grass, as you see Berserker Boy in the distance there. So I'm just going to have another drink. As Berserker's just lapped contains Gore. He's on Racing Softs, so he's got 6 minutes to go. Coroni here on Racing Super Softs. In theory, should be able to catch Berserker a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be look like he's doing much. The gap is 5 seconds gap between Berserker and Coroni. Awesome Pete, who was the first to stop on Racing Super Soft. See, look, there you go. I think he was a bit too early. He's still got 6 minutes to go, at least 6 minutes to go, and his front right is already close to being down to half. Might have made a tactical error there, Awesome Pete, even though he is awesome. But Pilgrim still. Did Jambo go up on the curb then a bit too far? I think he did. Oh, nice move from Connor. Let's have a look at that again. I'm just going to go back. It was a nice little dive up there from Connor. On Pilgrim back here. The Pilgrim obviously got back in front of Connor. Tries to repeat the process of getting past Pilgrim at turn 1, and he's done it again. Connor can smell a podium. There's just up there in front of him in the shape of Awesome Pete, but I'm not sure if Connor realises that Awesome Pete's probably suffering on his tyres. In the meantime, these two boys squabbling might just stop them catching up to the last podium position of the race just up there ahead. So 5 minutes to go now. We're coming down to the crunch point of the race. I'm looking at the map at the top right. If you look at the map at the top right, it looks like ants going around their home. Everyone's strung out completely, apart from this gaggle of three who are really closest battle on the circuit at the moment, and it's for the last podium position. I'm surprised. Look, we've got Awesome Pete up here in third, but I don't know if the guys behind realise he's suffering on those racing super softs. 4 minutes to go, and his front right is not looking particularly good, but here we've got Connor's got a lot better grip here, so a lot more tyres to play with, as it were. In fourth place, so I wouldn't be surprised if Connor's going to catch up and make a move on Awesome Pete in the next half a lap, and I think he's going to be bringing Pilgrim with him as well. It's going forward from Pilgrim's point of view. 4 minutes to go. Not even that. 3 minutes to go. So that will be, where are they on the circuits? So that will be this lap, and then one more. But here we go. Jambo, Awesome Pete is struggling now with those tyres. 3 minutes to go, and Connor is right in the tailpipes with Jambo. Awesome Pete, as long as he doesn't get it wrong here, he hasn't. Just keeps it on. Here we go up to 50R. Awesome Pete's going up the inside, going very defensive to try and stop Connor, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's only got a lap to go. He's only got a lap, well, I say a lap. What are we, 27 and a half minutes? It's difficult to know if this is going to be the last lap for some. I think it will be. Connor dives up the inside. He's done it two people now at the same spot on the circuit, 2 laps in a row. Connor's up to third now. This Jambo, yeah, look at that tyre wear. I didn't think those racing super softs would last that long, and they haven't. He's now paying the price. Maybe, just maybe, if you put racing softs on, Awesome Pete would still be in third place. Oh, over revving there, gets the gear change wrong. He's going to lose a little bit more time now to Connor. So Connor at Team PlayStation starting to pull away from Awesome Pete. So for the last time, we're going through the field as they are at the moment. Berserker Boy, he's pretty much had it all his own way. He's been out in front from the word go. Not had any battles. He's still out in front, and he's got a gap lead now of 5.4 seconds. So he's not really pulled out much more, but it's still a comfortable lead over second place Crony. He just can't match the pace of Berserker up in front. He's on racing super soft though, and his tyres are now gone off. Connors, as we've just seen, has got through past Awesome Pete, and now it looks like Awesome Pete could be losing his. Look at that front right. There's nothing left in that front right tyre, and he's now got Pilgrim all over the back of him in 5th place. We'll come back to that in a minute. Quinn's still battling with Dr. Dre. I told you Dr. Dre's waiting to pounce. So Quinn back here in 6th, Dre in 7th, Moley is in 8th, Azeroth is in 9th, Hammercat 10th, Spider Team 11th. I'm rushing through because we're almost at the end of the race. MRC Leggers 12th, Rocky Rich 13th, Wimple, Wooders and Contains Gorse. Let's go back up front to Berserker. Is he going to start another lap? Here he comes up to. Going to be close. 20 seconds to go. He's probably, I can see on the map where Cronies, he's probably going to have, he's not going to be able to wind it down there. He's going to have to keep going. So Berserker is going to have to start a lap 13. Excuse me. Here comes Crony, but then we've got this group aren't going to start their next lap. So what's going to happen? Connor is going to finish in 3rd place. Jambo just holds on to 4th place. Pilgrim's in 5th. Oh, one more lap, that would have been it. Quinn's 6th. Dr. Dre 7th. Moley is 8th. Azeroth is going to finish in 9th. One more lap, I think Awesome Pete would have lost his 4th spot to Pilgrim. Azeroth 9th. Hammercat's going to finish 10th. Spidey Team 11th, Legas 12th, Rocky Rich is going to finish in 13th. Wimple, here comes Wimple. Here's Rocky Rich in 13th. Wimple's going to finish in 14th. I'm going to do the next race straight away. So the stream isn't going to end here, by the way, chaps. I'm going to do the next one right now. Just get them both done at the same time. Okay, so Wimple is in 14th. Wooders is still in 15th. Contains Gore in 16th. But in the meantime, he's had it all his own way. He's still got 5-second lead or so over second place. He's got to finish this lap. But here's your race winner. Looks like, unless he messes it up, he's not really had any problems at all. Let's see what his tyre wear's like. Tyre wear in the front right, still pretty decent considering he's been racing for 60 minutes on that tyre now. There'll be tissues and champagne all over the place if he can bring this Aston Martin home in first place. The Bond fan, the Aston Martin fan, in his first MRC race in an Aston Martin, is leading the race. He's just got this horrible chicane to get through, and the last hairpin at 50 yards to get his first win in an Aston Martin in MRC. He will be as pleased as punch. Carly Simon, start queuing up. Nobody does it better. Here comes your race winner, Berserker Boy, coming down to finish this race now. And Coroni had an awesome battle earlier on, but he finishes in second place. And there's your first race done for the season. Right, so, well, that was good stuff. There wasn't actually any incidents there, which is just good stuff in the Pro-Am 2 boys. So we now got a Brands Hatch where the field will be reversed. I'm going to have another quick drink once it's loading up, and then I'll crack straight on with that one. Okay, that loaded quicker than I thought. So here we are then for round 2 of MRC GTTCC Season 14. The Pro-Am 2 boys. Let's go through the field, see what cars everyone is in. But it's obviously a reverse field, and we will go through. Why is it not taking me to his? There we go. Go through the field. So here we are. If contains Gore, he's in a Subaru. I've got all the details I need. No, wrong bit. Yep, that's all right. So here we are in Brands Hatch. Nice sunny day at Brands Hatch. Contains Gore in a Subaru. He's on Racing Hards. Interesting selection of tyres there. Wooders is in a Lambo here in second. Wimple is in a Porsche. Rocky Rich is in an Audi. Audi seems to be the car of choice for this season. MRC, as soon as I say that, there we go. MRC Lega is in 5th. Spidey Team in a Mercedes. Interesting choice. I tried that car out. I just couldn't get it to be a competitive, put it that way. Hammercat in an Audi. There's 3 Audis. Azarath in a Sirocco, I think that is, in 8th place. Moley in the McLaren. Dr. Dre in a Peugeot. Quinn is in another McLaren. Pilgrim is in a Jag. Is that a Jag? I think it's a Jag. Jambo in another Audi. That's 4. Connor in a Corvette. Is back here in 14th. Crony in an Audi, that's 5. And then Berserker Boy myself back here in a Subaru again. So this is going to be, I know this race is a little bit more nip and tuck with what's going on, so it might be difficult to catch all of the shenanigans, but I'll do my best to do what I always do, start the front, look back, see what's going on. But I know there's a lot of bustling, and this is a Brands Hatch is one of those circuits. It's really quite tight. Oh, He's gone backwards. Contained Score has drifted backwards. Also, I noticed one of the McLarens back there got a really good start. I didn't know when the lights were gone, but it looks like Contained Score and Racing Hard is out in front. And here we go. He's going to lose it straight away at turn 2 to Wimple. I really want to try and catch any of the action. Sorry, I'm flicking too much. This field streams. Oh, I should know the names of these corners. Streams. That's. Oh, is that Graham Hill Bend? I think it's the Graham Hill Bend, isn't it? Trying to catch everyone coming along now, coming down to the main straight. Dr. Dre's got all the way back up, all the way up to 5th in that Peugeot. There's a lot of squabbling going on back here. There's going to be lots of occasions when I'm pretty sure people are going to be going agricultural as well. Just trying to catch what's going on. Right, let's go up front. Let's go up front. 2. Here we are on board with Wimple. Looking back now against Wooders. Wooders has picked up a penalty somewhere. This is always. Oh, Wimple gets it wrong. Oh, and so does Wooders. They both get it wrong. Oh, dear. Nice. Oh, and who's that behind? Oh, let's go back because. Just worried. Was Wooders given a little nudge there from. Was it Moley, perhaps? In 3rd place? Or did it come from Pilgrim? So look, if you watch this, Wooders. So Wimple goes wide. Wooders goes wide. Moley goes wide. They all go off in sympathy with each other. Oh, classic stuff. Following the leader there. So Wimple in the Porsche is out in front. Is going to end lap 1 in the lead. In 2nd place, we've got Pilgrim in the Jag, with Dr. Dre and a Peugeot in 3rd. Connor's now up to 4th. And then there's a mass of drivers here. Spidey Team's fighting off Quinn. There's Quinn in 6th. Let's go through as. Oh, I thought the camera angle's not doing me any favours. There's Rocky Rich, Hammercat, all coming round. The hairpin at the top of the hill. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, here we go. Side-by-side driving here with Awesome Pete. Berserker Boy goes up the inside, gets a little nudge from Rocky Rich. Nice move from Berserkers. Good tussling going on. This is the race leaders from last one, but Jambo in that Audi. Oh, Berserker wipes Awesome Pete's nose as we come down the main straight. The fast boys here coming down the main straight, trying to fight their way through the field. And because Brands Hatch is such a narrow kind of circuit, it's difficult to make any sort of passes. Croney dives up the inside of Awesome Pete. He's now looking to take Berserker Boy in the same move, and he's managed to do it. Berserker Boy goes wide, and so did Pete. Comes up the inside. Awesome Pete side by side with the other Awesome Pete and gets ahead. So Berserker's not having it his way this time around. Oh, who's that gone wide? That's Wimple's just gone back all the way to the 10th place. Oh, Berserker gets a little bump there, gets past. They kind of like shoves him in front of the other Awesome Pete. Oh, I can't. Too many Petes. There's never too many Petes. Anyway, in the meantime, here we are. Pilgrims up to 1st place. Dr. Dre's now into 2nd. Connor's up to 3rd. Quinn's 4th. And then here's the gaggle. Here's the Hornet's nest of drivers. Let's go on board with one of them. Oh, look at this. Coroni's right up the inside there of Spidey Team. Spidey Team in the Mercedes has been harassed here from Crony. And then you got Coroni, Hammercat, Berserker Boy all behind. Mercedes should be quite fast in a straight line though. Azeroth, there's a bit of a gap now between, 1st and down to 6th place, I think it is. Oh, in the meantime, look at all this going on back here. Line of stern, I should say. All these drivers trying not to bump each other off. It's very difficult, this circuit. It's very easy to get it wrong. Awesome Pete's looking up the inside there of Hammercat. Spidey Team's. Oh, he's gone the nice line there, stopping Coroni from getting past. Let's come forward with Coroni. Coming out to finish lap 3. So that's exciting stuff here. There's not really been any incidents. All Coroni's looking up the inside. The Spidey team is going to shove out the inside there. Audi, it has managed to make it stick. Hammercats now looking up the inside of Spidey team. Look at this, 3 abreast into turn 1. Where do you look? Oh, Spidey team's he's been swamped by the whole field now. Look at this. Everyone is streaming past. Difficult to catch up. There we go. What's going on? Could stick with this for a long time, but because there's a lot going on here. It's good stuff, but I don't really want to just stick with these boys because I want to give the guys up front a bit of kudos. In the meantime, here we come down the fast back straight in the Jag. Pilgrim is still holding out in front of the Peugeot of Dr. Dre. Not really extending the Z. What's the gap between first and second? It's only 1.3 seconds. Have to keep an eye on it, see if Dr. Dre can keep up. Oh, it's a Peugeot. I'm sorry, it just looks offensive. Look, he's got a great livery on that car, but it's just a Peugeot. It just looks offensive. It really does. But it's a nice livery, I have to say. It sounds horrible. Let me listen to it. It sounds like a hairdryer, which is what it looks wrong. I'm sorry, it does. Connor in the Corvette. He had a good race last race. He's up here in 3rd place now. And Racing Supersoft's doing quite well on tyre as well, with only 6 minutes gone. Nice gap, and Quinn's up here in 4th. Racing Supersoft's not had any tyre wear, looks like, on that car. Doing well in the McLaren. As Arthur Fitz's first 5 all sort of quietly getting on with the business. In the meantime, the Gangler drivers are here for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Crony's got out in front in the Audi. It looks like he's pulling Jambo with him. And then Berserker Boys closely watching what's going on behind. Just come board with Awesome Pete. Sorry, too much flicking. There we go. I do want that angle. So what kind of tyre wear these boys do in the Audis, because it's famous for chewing front tyres, is the Audi. You need to have the right settings for it and it'll work for you. How far behind is Berserker? Berserker Boys falling right off now. So, 2 Audi boys trying to make their way through the field. That's Dingle. One of these corners is Dingledale, I know it is, and I can't remember which one it is, but I always like saying Dingledale. Oh no! Pete looked up the inside of Crony, and I think he should have just cruised up behind and then had a look at turn 1 rather than there. Nice line there. See, he's got a better line of Coroni coming up to the first top of the hill hairpin. Trying to go wide to get a nice power down the hill. Comes Awesome Pete. They're catching up to Azeroth though. Definitely these Audi boys forcing their way through the field. 5 Audi cars in this race. Let's see how they get on. Down the main straight. Oh, he's got a nice run here, is Awesome Pete. Can he get past Coroni? They're both Audi powered, so even stuff. So Coroni's squeezing him to the very edge of the circuit. Blocks him off. All's fair there, but that was very, very tight. I think there might have been a moment where there would have been a bit of this going on in Awesome Pete's cockpit then. That was very, very tight. In the meantime, Berserker's dropped, trying to catch up to these boys in front in the Subaru. But if you look at the map at the top right, the first 2 drivers are out in front, but then the rest of the field's still there or thereabouts. Not really much going on in the way of incidents so far. Is that famous last words? I do know it's been quite interesting when some pit stops happen though. Some interesting pit entries, so I'm going to try and catch as many of those as I can. But in the meantime, Pilgrim now is out cruising out in front of Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is not really gaining on Pilgrim. Quinn's now been caught by Connor. Oh, and here we go. The fun and games is going on behind. Nazarov and Crony. Crony gone very wide. The two Audi boys side by side again at this point in the circuit. Again, is Crony going to squeeze Pete wide? No, it doesn't quite do it here. Still not quite do it. Can't quite make the move there. Berserker Boy now looks like he's slowly catching up to those boys in front. Oh, looks like Pete was looking for a move there. No, didn't quite make it. I'm going to go through the lap times in a minute as well. Just see what happens here. Oh, it's very good. Yeah, the reason... Oh, he's going to make up a move. Oh, I think this is Dingledale now. Yeah. Oh, Azaroth got it wrong. I think Azaroth got a bit of a tank slapper there. What happened to Azaroth in the Sirocco? Comes along here. Does he get it on the white? Oh no, just gets it complete. Yeah, he does get it on the white stuff. Spins the rear end up of that Sirocco. Is he going to lose his position to Berserker as well? So Jambo and Crony have got past. No, he's not quite lose it to Berserker yet. Hammercat back here in 9th. Wimple's back in 10th. And Lega's back here in 11th. Rocky Rich 12th. Spider Team 13th. Moley 14th. Wood is 15th. Right back here. The last place contains Gore. He's still on those racing hards. So in the meantime, here comes Pilgrim up the hill, down to the long straight, first place. Dr. Dre seconds, Quinn's third. He's been caught by Connor. We have to keep an eye on that. Karoni, Jambo, Azaroth, and Berserker. So Berserker's just slowly catching this group in front. Jambo still can't make his way past Crony. And then there's a gap between them and Hammercat, if you look at the map there. Then there's a group of three back here. We've got Rocky Rich, Lega, and Wimple. Let's see what happens here. We're 11 or 12 minutes in, so it's starting to think about when to make pit stops. We have a look at people's times, but the Audi there, you can see this front. Oh, there was a bit of a bump there. Oh, wow. What the hell happened there? Lega went airborne off the back of the Porsche. Wow, I've never seen that happen before. I wonder what this. Let's go back to the cockpit view. What was it? Did he literally get air? What the hell? And Wimple goes up underneath him. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Oh, this game still surprises me even now. Oh dear, quality stuff. Just going through the field now, see who's well. Spidey team's having a good tussle here with Moley, but the McLaren's pulling away from the Mercedes. 12 minutes in, so I want to see, because some of the back markers did have issues getting into the pit stop, and it did look quite funny, I have to say. In the meantime, Pilgrim's now 12 minutes into the race, cruising down the road, pulling out a bigger lead now over the Peugeot. Oh, the Peugeot's suffering on tyre wear there, though. That's surprising. Didn't think the Peugeot would be that bad. Maybe it's because it's a front-wheel drive car. Right, so I'm just going to have a quick drink. Here we go, Quinn. Still been harassed by Connor. Connor's not managed to make a move yet on Quinn. But these two boys have been fighting for goodness sakes how long now? Well, it looks like Jambo's finally got his Audi in front. There we go. Sorry about all the flicking. Let's go back. Go from here. So here we go, Jambo's finally got that out. These two have been nose to tail for most of the race, I have to say. Jambo finally got his nose in front of Crony. Manages to make it stick, and a nice clean move there. Great pass there from Awesome Pete. Gets the Audi out in front, and in the meantime, Azaroth is now being harassed here from Berserker Boy. So Berserker's up to 8th from last. Oh, here we go. Jambo's into the pits. Oh, Azaroth nearly wipes Berserker Boy and going into the pits as well. So Jam go on board with Azaroth. He was on Racing Super Softs 14 minutes in. Is he going to change to Racing Super Softs again? So Azaroth's now come back out into 8th place. Is he going to hold his spot in front of Hammercat, the two Dutch? Double Dutch going into the first hairpin. I'm sure there was a joke there somewhere. The tyre wear on Hammercat's Audi is completely shot, I have to say. Maybe he should have come into the pits earlier. He's drifting sideways. So let's go back up front now to Pilgrim in first place. I was just looking at the map at the top right. Look at the map. Everyone is properly strung out. Not a huge amount of close battles going on. 15 minutes in. Still going with Quinn, still leading. Oh, but they've both got it wrong. They've done it again. Everyone's doing the same trick. They're following the leader off the circuit. Let's go on board here with so Dr. Dre's pitted, I think. So we've got second place Quinn, who gets it wrong, and Connor follows him. They both go agricultural, which is just allowed. Oh, that is spectacular crashing there from. Oh, I want to go back and see that again. That was spectacular crashing there from, where has he gone? Quinn. Oh, you're going to get style marks for this, Quinn. Look at this. Left to the circuit, right of the circuit, back over to the left of the circuit, sideways, and then a thump. That is top quality MRC crashing, I have to say. Great stuff there. Berserker's now got up to 5th place through all of that. Oh, and we're still going on up here. Oh, Connor. Let's go back to see what happened here. So Connor's now looks like he's trying to come into the pits. This is the really horrible pit entrance, I have to say. And he goes very, very wide. Hits the kitty litter. Comes back across the circuit. Narrowly avoids Crony. Into the pits. Just about. Yeah, and there we go. That is an interesting racing line into the pits, I have to say, Connor. So in the meantime, Berserker's not pitted, so is Crony pitted? Crony's not pitted either. So we've got now Pilgrim out in front. 15 minutes in. This is interesting now. Pilgrim's out in front, 15 minutes in, racing softs. Tyler's looking pretty good, to be honest. He's in the lead over Dr. Dre, who's still in second place in the hairdryer. Coming down the long straight. Crony needs to pit. He's not pitted yet. Berserker's better on tyres, and he's now up to 4th. But Jambo has pitted. Yeah, Jambo's pitted, is in 5th. Quinn's not pitted, is in 6th. Connor has pitted. So is it? Oh, and Connor's now got a penalty for his troubles as well. So we go back up to the leaders to see if they start pitting now. So Pilgrim's not pitted. Dr. Dre doesn't need to pit. So here we go on board with Crony. Is Crony going to come into pits this lap? I think he is. He seems to be slowing down. Is Berserker coming in? No, Berserker's staying out. Jambo's staying out as well. Oh, Jambo's pitted though. So Crony's into the pits. Go back out on Racing Supersofts. Quinn's into the pits as well. So we've gone through the first set of pit stops. Oh, that's a nice little battle here going on with Azaroth, Connor. The new rules of the season mean that if you can't overtake with a penalty, so Connor can't get past Crony until that penalty has been scrubbed off. It's difficult to scrub it off when you've got a car right behind you as well. So this should be a time for Azaroth to really try and push push the matter with Connor, because there we go, Connor's trying to get scrubbed a bit off then. As Connor can't do anything about it, it's a bit of a sitting duck with a penalty. But go, oh, what's going on here? Oh, Berserker and Jambo having a nice tussle. Let's go on board with Jambo. Looks like Jambo, Awesome Pete, got a move on the Subaru. Berserker just gives him room up the inside. Nice gentlemanly driving there. Cuts up underneath. Trying to slingshot up underneath, but no, Jambo in the Audi's got past. The Berserker's not stopped yet. Doing 130s. Ooh! Looks like someone was off. I thought someone was off there. No, Pilgrim's into the pits though. The race leader into the pits. And he's now coming out of the pits. How much of a lead has he got over Dre? Oh, he's got quite a big lead. Dre's not even gone up to the first corner yet. Jambo's now in 4th. Catching up to the back markers there of oh, yellow flag, someone's off. Is someone off? Oh, yep. Who's that off there? Wooders is off. Back there in 16th place. Berserker's past Wooders, so Berserker's catching back up to Jambo a little bit. And Coroni's back here in 5th. Azeroth 6. Right, let's go through the field. I haven't done that for a while now, have I? So here we go. So in first place at the moment is Pilgrim. Now we've done the pit stop, so we can concentrate now on settle down for the last 10 minutes of the race. Pilgrim now is in first place. Dr. Dre is in 2nd. Jambo's got past Crone, he's got past Berserker, who's up to 3rd, but Berserker's not far behind. Berserker's not pitted yet. 19 minutes in. Coroni's in 5th place. Azeroth is in 6th. Quinn is in 7th. They're all going through the back markers now. Oh, as Wooders goes off again, I just noticed. So Connor's in 7th. Quinn is in 8th. Hammercat's 9th. MRC Leg is 10th. Moley's 11th. They're all within sight of each other, but just not close. Rocky Rich 12th. Spidey Team 13th. Wimple 14th. Contains Gore. It's not pitted. It's in 15th, and Wooders is in last place. So he's getting off the track now. So we are 20 minutes in. It's all a little bit as you are at the moment. Not much going on. Everyone's got a bit of space. Oh, Jammer goes a little bit wide there. Berserker's 4th. He's been caught by Coronia, it looks like. Let's go back on board with Coronia then, see if we can catch up to Berserker. There's something going on at the start-finish straight. What's going on? Someone is going backwards. What is going on? Wooders in last place is going backwards along the wrong way along the circuit. Handbrake turn. Trying to get into the pits. That's not going to work, I don't think. But anyway, in the meantime, we'll go back up through the field. So here comes Pilgrim into the last corner. Let's see who's quickly done the fastest lap. Who's done the fastest lap? Fastest lap is from Awesome Pete at 29.1. Dr. Dre still in 2nd place on his own. Jambo's on his own in 3rd. Crony's got past. Berserker's gone into the pits, that's why. Finally, he's gone into the pits. Been racing Super Softs on, I believe. Yep. That's lost him a couple of spots. He's now behind. He was. I think he was coming to pits anyway because of Corona, but he's lost a spot. Who's that? That's spinning in the sandpit. Oh, it's Wooders and Contains Gore. So Berserker's just come out of the pits. He's just in front of Connor and Quinn. Connor and Quinn fighting hard last race. Still fighting hard this race. Nose to tail. Oh, Berserker's got his indicators on. Looks like he might be losing his position, possibly, maybe, to Connor. It's Azeroth just up the road ahead, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all line astern. Could be really much the closest battle on the circuit at the moment. Can Berserker keep with that indicator on, keep the Subaru out in front of these two boys hard charging behind him? Oh, look like Quinn got a bit agricultural then. So not much going on at the moment, not much shenanigans. Dr. Dre is now, what's it, lap 16. Cruising around, what's his lead? 8 seconds. Looks like Wooders has parked up to watch the race from the sandpit. Dr. Dre in the Peugeot. Is Jambo catching? I think Jambo's catching up too. He's got 8 minutes, 7 minutes to catch up to Dr. Dre, so he could be getting up to second place. He'll be bringing another Audi with him with Coroni. Azeroth is out in front of. It's a nice quiet race as Azeroth. Out in front of Berserker, who's got up from from last to 6, but still with his indicator on from when he was going into the pits. Managed to pull away a little bit from these two boys who are proper squabbling. Let's go on board with Quinn, looking up the inside here, trying to get up the inside of that Corvette. But that Corvette seems very strong about straight line speed, doesn't it? Connor's pulled away from the McLaren. Battling for the last 30 minutes in the last race and 24 of this one. So nose to tail these two have been quite a lot of the time. Well, actually no, because Quinn made a little mistake in the first race, didn't he? That's right. But they were battling together. So, a little bit as you are, it's all a bit stationary, no one's making any mistakes. If you look at the map at the top right, everyone's properly strung out. There's 1 or 2 areas where the field is starting to close up, oh my word! Pilgrim has got it horribly wrong for the lead. Where's Dr. Dre? Oh, Dr. Dre! If you'd have seen that, you'd have been inspired to catch up, but Pilgrim gets it horribly wrong, has a big time crash, and he's got damage. Let's have a quick look at that again, how he managed to do that. Did he just, he's got the whole race to himself. Does he just get it onto the grass? Yeah, he got it on just slightly onto the grass, smashes the car. He's going to lose masses of time. And then he still can't straighten it up, he's got damage now. So let's go on board with Dre to see if he can catch up to the Jag coming up this main straight. He's obviously going to see that the car in front has had an issue. There's one thing with Brands Hatch, it does punish you if you come ever so slightly offline. You can definitely see him there. So the gap is now down to 1.9 seconds. Should have checked and see what it was before. But that's going to inspire the Peugeot driver. Oh, look at his tyre wear. He's really struggling with tyres on the front of that Peugeot. So the field's suddenly all, with 4 minutes to go, it's suddenly all closed up. Mistake at the front. I think, yeah, Jambo's ever so slightly catching Dr. Dre. So these 3 at the front are all maybe concertina together. And Pilgrim's managed to. His damage is gone now. Pilgrim's managed to keep it out in front of Dr. Dre. Dre's not quite close enough. Here goes Dre in second place. Jambo's in third. Crony's in fourth. Azeroth is in fifth. And Azeroth's got Berserker all over the back of his car as well. Let's have a quick look at what's going on here. So Azeroth trying to hold on to fifth place. Oh, drifts across in front of Berserker, it's a little bit naughty. Berserker going up the inside, is he going to stick it up the inside? He does, Berserker's got through past Azeroth, so Berserker's back up to 5th now. Azeroth down to 6. Connor and Quinn are still at it. Still at it. All race long. So it's starting a little bit more exciting at the end here. With 4 minutes to go. I kind of want to stick with this. I kind of want to see what's going on up front, because I think the boys up front. Oh no, look! Looks like Quinn has finally got a nice run here on Connor. Side by side, coming down the fastest part of the circuit. Can he get that McLaren around the outside of that Corvette? He can't quite do it there. Oh, Quinn must be tired of breathing in the fumes of that car in front. He's taking a little bit too much curb. He might get a penalty for that. Could Quinn? Still can't find a way past. Side by side. Oh, rubbing the car in front. Still can't quite do it. He's so close. I'm pretty sure if Quinn could just find a way past Connor, he could pull away. Connor's blocking him off now, forcing Quinn to go around the outside. Nice driving from Connor. It's very, very good. Pushes him out wide. Under braking, he still can't go around the outside. Oh, this is classic stuff. Classic stuff. 2 minutes to go. I need to see what's going on elsewhere. I can't stay here. So here we go. Pilgrim's now. He's got himself back together. He's pulled out his lead, but now Jambo's caught up too. The ailing Dr. Dre. We have. Oh, it's all kicking off now. How far is Croney behind? He's not that far behind at all. Not close enough. So Jambo's in the Audi. He's caught right back up to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's obviously had a very poor last lap. He might have had a little mistake somewhere, drifted wide. But he's now got an Audi right in the back of his Peugeot. Got this lap. Yeah, let's look at the time. So 20. Yeah, this would be the last lap coming up. Can Dr. Dre hold off that Audi and keep second place? Don't want to stay here too long, because I also want to give Pilgrim some due, because he's winning the race. He's been out in front, had a little mistake, but he's managed to keep it going, and it looks like he's going to win this race as long as he doesn't make another mistake. But Dr. Dre and Jambo are side by side, going around the hairpin, and Jambo's finally got in front. But can he stick that Peugeot down the side of the Audi? Yes, he can. Into the Graham Hill bend. I think it is. I can't remember. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. 30 seconds to... Well, this is the last lap. Dr. Dre, for so long, has been in second place. He's now got this Audi all over the back of him, in his rear seat with him, coming down the main straight. I can see Connor is also still out in front of Quinn. Oh, Pete! I thought Pete might stick it up the inside there of the Peugeot, but doesn't quite make it happen. Well, he's running out of time. This is the final lap, the final few turns. Pete is running out of time to find a way past that Peugeot. Can he do it? He's got a lovely run up. Oh dear, no! He had the momentum to get past the Peugeot there, but the Peugeot's arse was in the way. Dr. Dre is going to stick to the inside there and make him go around the outside. He is. And how are they going to finish coming across the line? Oh, it's going to be down to brute force. Who's going to win this? Oh, who's going to come seconds, I should say. Jambo just makes it. Right, but in the meantime, I can't forget. I need to go back here. Race winner, Pilgrim, comes along now at the last corner. He's only had one problem, and that was the coming off by himself. He's trying to get past Contained Score at the last line and wins the race at Brands Hatch. Great racing there from Pilgrim, but this was a fantastic finish here from Jambo and Dr. Dre for second and third. Coroni's going to finish in fourth. Berserker's managed to keep it together and get through the field and managed to finish in fifth. Azarath is going to be in sixth. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to have a look at, because Quinn and Connor have been at it all race long. Quinn's not managed to get in front of... Oh, damn it. There we go, that's the view I wanted. Quinn's finally up the inside of Connor into the last turn. They drift wide. Oh, dear. Now, that's the only incident we've had. Connor's been pushed a bit wide. What do you think, chaps? What do you think? I'm not sure. It's very, very tight. But Quinn's got up on the inside there of Connor at the very last corner. Is Connor going to hang on to 8th? He's going to lose 8th to Hammercat. So Quinn finishes in 7th. Connor's 8th. Hammercat's in 9th. Rocky Rich is in 10th. Moley is going to finish in 11th. Legger's finished in 13th. Wimple 14th. Contain's got 15th. With the Moley and Spider team to come across the line now to complete the race. And there you have race 2. So, instant there at the last corner between Quinn and Connor. Not sure what to make. It's half dozen. 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I think the system. I think there was enough space there for Connor to stay on the track. I think he just got a bit too wide. I'm not sure. I'm not going to come back past comment. But anyway, that's it for week 1 of season 14 for the Pro Am 2 boys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along to watch. See you again soon. Take it easy and stay safe.